Okay, my dear friends, it's a great pleasure to welcome all of you for this wonderful program. Today, we are going to take about 45 to 50 minutes to discuss a very important point about this wonderful program. And my dear friends, this certified TQM program is we are going to conduct this for the second time. Before we move on, I need to introduce two main partners or two main institutions joining this program. Let's sit back and see what those two programs are. The companies are. Okay, my dear friends. So those are the two institutions joining, giving you this wonderful opportunity for all of you. Academy for Lean and OBEI, which is Ontario Business Excellence Incorporation from Canada. And OBEI has appointed only Academy for Lean in Sri Lanka to conduct the certified TQM practitioner program fully online. And if you take OBEI, is mainly involved in strategy and operations consulting, training and development in process improvement, and the learning management systems training. And we are from the Academy for Lean. We are specialized in individual certifications, corporate consultancy, and corporate training. And OBEI has appointed or joined hand Academy for Lean to conduct its training programs and certification programs, especially in the Middle East, Asian countries, and African countries. So that would adopt the OBEI's global presentation. And we are partnering with also Advanced IPSC from Bangladesh, Lean Brains from Pakistan, Bestie FX from Lean Six Sigma from the UK. And we are very closely working with most of the companies in these 11 countries at present. And my dear friends, these are the three main individuals joining us today to explain about the program for next 30 to 40 minutes. And at the same time, they're going to be your mentors for the next 15 weeks throughout the program. At the same time, after the program as well, whenever you need, you have any doubts, you can directly connect with them. Darshana, we would like to see you on screen next. Darshana has more than 18 years experience in lean methodology. He has worked in many companies like Nike and MAS Holdings, and he has certifications in TPS, TMS, TQM practitioner from Japan, the US, Sri Lanka, India, Russia, and he holds an MBA from the UK and MPhil from Spain. At the same time, he is also a Lean Six Sigma black belt. Darshana, we warmly welcome you for this program.
Thank you.
Before you move on, I would like to block you for two main areas. We would like to understand from you the whole content of the program and the certification process, Darshana. Darshana, over to you.
Okay, thank you. So that is one of the most important thing. I think the people who join today to understand what is this TQM course and what are the content that they are learning and how they pass all the certifications. So we'll go through, I will take all of you through next 5 to 10 minutes. What is this TQM and what is this course, right? Very simply, the OBEI, that is the Canadian organization, work with us, the certification body. So according to their definition, you can see the full definition of what is total quality management, very simply, right? It's a structured management approach. Next 14 weeks, as Wasir said, we are going to learn about not just a concept, it's a structured management approach we are going to learn. And this approach focus on long-term success, not only a 1 day, 2 day, 1 month. It's a long-term success of any organization. and ensuring that all members of the organization, that means from the team member to supervisor, executive in the GM to CEO level, all participate, improving the process. It doesn't matter it's a service or manufacturing, so everyone support to improve the process and the product or the services and the overall culture of the organization. And another important thing is, it's emphasize the customer satisfaction. That is the important thing. No? Every service or manufacturer, finally it will be go to the customer. So this TQM concepts emphasize the customer satisfaction while improving the product or service of the company. That's called the continuous improvement and involvement of every level of the employees. So that is called the TQM in high level, but next 14 days we will be learn more deep and deep about this concept. And if I will take you through some kind of concepts, right? So in my left hand side, I think everyone can see the lean house. That is a famous lean house. If you are in little bit about idea about lean, I know some people are very good in lean. They have qualification. They are working the lean environment. You have seen the lean house. Or other people, if you don't know about the lean, don't worry, you will be getting learn it, right? This is called the lean house. It's the total lean concept we can frame according to the house. And my right hand side, there's another concept called the TPM. TPM is total productive maintenance. That concept also represent as a house. Then we will move about our concept, right? So what we are going to learn today, it is called the TQM houses. This is what you can see, what you are going to learn in next 14 days, right? So we have a roof, right? That is the area number one. So we are discussing here the customer focus, how we can delight the customer, how to grow our business. Then we go to the foundation, the number two, where we discuss about the how we can do the operation stability, what we can do to supply relationship to improve the supplier, facts-based decision making, and the integrated systems. Then you can see there are three pillars in this house. Number three, the TQM in process centric and the strategic level, how we can go for the TPM. In the middle, you can see number fourth area, it's a employee involvement and continuous improvement subject, so we call the pillar. The lastly, most important pillar is number five, leadership commitment and communication. This is the overall picture of the areas what you are going to learn with us for the next 15 days. I will take you through these 5 areas a little bit deeper. Right? So module number 1, that is the roof. Right? Roof of the house. Module number 1, there's a 2 days you are going to learn about the history of lean, the history of TQM, and there are 8 elements of TQM and the customer approaches. You know, some words, technical words are there. CTQ, CTP, SIPOX, these are some technical words, and cost of quality and cost of poor quality. That is one of the most important subjects you will learn in TQM. Then we will move into the module number 2. By module number 2, we are moving to the foundation as you saw on the house, where we learn about the quality conformity, supply relationship building. So any organization, there are suppliers, right? Even the manufacturing, even the service, there are a lot of suppliers. How we develop these suppliers quality level. And we learn about another quality tools and facts-based decision making. How we make as an employee, as a leader, how we can make decision based on the facts. That subjects we learn with a lot of tools, and very simply, I know many of you know about the 5S, but here we discuss about not the general 5S, how we can use 5S to improve the quality of the organization. Then we will move into the 6th day. We are moving to the module number 3. There we will discuss more, one of another most important thing. So how we can do the improve the process through the quality approach. Then QMS method, the people who are in quality, already you are in the quality field. So you know about the QMS, we discussed a little bit about the QMS plus TQM approach in QMS. And we learn about the lean quality approach, BIQ means built-in quality, and the JIDOKA, that's another area. And the one of the most important part is the QFD, that subject is a quality function deployment. That will be, you can learn this QFD only from TQM. Then we learn about the preventive tools like FMEA, failure mode defect analysis, and how to do a project, quality related project through a concept called A3. And new nowadays, Asir and the team, so a lot of people discuss about the AI is now era. Now AI also came to the quality management system. Now it is, we are proud to say we will be the first to implement the AI tools into TQM course. So you will be learned these things also in this course. And we'll go to the module 4, the lean house in the middle pillar. So we are discuss about and we will be learn about the continuous improvement approach. Sometimes we call it the Kaizen approach, and how we can get our employee into the quality. That's called the total TEE, mean total employee engagement for quality related, and job instruction training, how we can decide the new training methods for improve the quality and development of our all level of employee. Then very simply the Deming cycle, the guru of quality, Dr. Edward Deming. So how what he has developed to the world, the Kaizen and Six Sigma tool, we are discussing a little bit about the DMAC approaches, and Pokayoke, or we call the error proofing, and how we can develop the error proof products or service. That is the important. No? We need, it is okay, we can learn any concepts as a theoretically, but most important thing is how we can use this theory into practical and improve our process. That is the another area we discuss under module number 4. And the last module, but most important module of TQM, that's called the leadership module. So we learn about the leadership and communication as a quality person or as a leader, and 7 quality stages of QPD, and strategic planning and quality policy. That is one of the, I think some people here personally, I know you are in a quality field, you know what I'm talking, right? So strategic planning, not quality. It's not just a quality planning, how we can embed the strategics to the normal policy and the planning, and the change management, because we are going to change your organization and yourself into the quality mindset organization. So how you can do it, what are the techniques and tools that you can use to change your organization environment for a quality environment, and built in quality culture. That means every employee, that means from the security to canteen to cleaning person to team member to management, how everyone think about the organization and work for the quality office. We call the quality office or quality. And finally, we will be offer you a wonderful gift, Wasir and the team. That is the first time in the history and the first time in the world, we will give you a tool that's called the quality TQM roadmap tool. What is that tool? That means one, after you use this tool, we will teach you each and every element. Once you learn this tool, you can evaluate your company by yourself, not no need to take the third party, and you can understand where you are, where your company stand now. Then you can make a plan from there to go to the next level. So this is very first time in the world we will introduce you a comprehensive 360 TQM audit tool. That is a gift from us, Basil. And I know these are the concepts, what you learn and the subjects you are learning with us for next 14 weeks. But finally, why we come to the course? Yes, get to know theoretically, practically, not only that, finally, get the certification, right? This is, you can see how the evaluation works. Now you can see the evaluation works. We have some assignments. You can do some assignments with some subject related assignments were there. Why we do the assignments? Very simply, there you can practice what you learn in theoretical in the classes. Then when you face any problem, you can discuss with all the lecturers during the class. That means our class is not only that 2 hours. Whole week we are there. If you have any problem, you can reach with us. We will discuss. And at the end of the course, there is an online exam, right? That is a MCQ exam. It's an open book exam. So you can do exam. It's an online exam. And when you get 70 marks, you will be qualified as a certified TQM practitioner certification from the Canadian OBI, Canada. And you will be think about, okay, can I pass this exam, right? So it's easy, don't worry. The batch 1, this is the batch 2. Batch 1 we have already concluded last month. So happy to say our pass rate was 100%. So everyone passed. So don't worry, what is our duty also, not just you to pass the knowledge and experience. Our job responsibility also to make you pass this exam and get the qualification. So it's a both way joint. So yes, I know as a student, we need to work hard, and as a lecturers, as a panelist, yes, facilitators, our job also, our duty also to make you pass through, because that is where you are coming. And when you complete, this is the certificate, specimen certificate you can get directly from Canada. So once you complete exam, you will be get this e-certificate from Canada. It will be come to your email. Then you can publish here the LinkedIn, to Facebook, or into CV. Anywhere you can paste it there. This certificate is world international recognized certificate you get finally directly from Canada, not from Sri Lanka or anywhere. Huh? So that is what if the subjects, very simply the subjects, and how they can evaluate and they can pass, and what is our job as a panelist to support them to earn this international validation or international recognized certification. So I think I have given you a comprehensive answer.
Very comprehensive, broader lineup, Darshana. When I was going through your number 1, 2, 3, 5, I felt, oh my God, it's a school of thoughts. And I also thought, like, oh my God, if I participate for this, will I be able to pass this? Because you have even homeworks. It took me back to my school time. But lucky to see that, okay, from the first batch, the pass rate is 100%. So I'm sure anyone who's joining, we are assuring that Rohan, Vimal, and Darshana would support all of us to pass this exam without much effort. But anyhow, Darshana, thank you very much. It's a broader lineup. And what I noticed in this lineup is that you have covered everything, every nook of the management you have covered. You have covered lean and all the quality management tools and the latest AI procedures and the culture, what not. My goodness, it's a very broad program. But yet, I would emphasize that with all of your support, all the participants would be able to get a good knowledge about this program, and you get the world recognized certificate as well. And my dear friends, you have any questions, you are free to post your questions in the chat box, whatever related to this program. And even if you want to ask anything from these 3 panelists, you can start posting your questions now in the chat box. And my dear friends, this program would long for 15 weeks, and it's only happening on Thursdays for 2 hours fully online. And the starting date is 20th November. Please write it down and block your calendar. It is on the 20th November, Thursday, 2025 at 8 p.m. And this is the most happiest slide. Why I say that is that people who are joining from Asia, Africa, and the Middle East, you get a 50% bonus. You would never get this chance anywhere. The normal course fee for this program is $900, but you only have to pay 50%, which is $450 if you joining this program through Academy for Lean. So with that happy note, let me move on to Vimal. Vimal has more than 30 years experience in operations in apparel, and he is a well-known guru in quality management system. More than quality, he's into lean, Six Sigma, management, and what's not. And he has 30 years experience in managing apparel plants in Sri Lanka, Jordan, and many other parts in the world. He holds 2 black belts, one in lean and one in Six Sigma. He has an MBA from UK, a certified ISO 9000 lead auditor, and at the same time, he is a certified coach from CCL Singapore. Vimal, I warmly welcome you for this session.
Hi everyone, hi Vasil.
Hi Vimal, before you start, I have 2 questions. To make your conversations easy, I just, comprise it to main two questions. Which sector can apply TQM most effectively and why? I meant mainly we want to understand whether we can apply this for service sector, manufacturing sector, finance, which sector would this suit? At the same time, if we implement TQM practices in an organization, what can an organization gain through this? So over to you, Vimal.
Thanks, Wasir, for asking that question. So those two questions are very valid for every participant. I guess this is a common question for everyone. Let me, answer to the first question first. When you look at the first question, is simple answer is yes, it's applicable for both industries, because the both industries are having one common thing. What is the one common thing? Is they have the customer. Why they are doing the business? To make money, to make profit. So everyone is looking at business growth, right? If you are looking at the business growth, you need to satisfy your customer, because without customers, there can't be any business to be survived. Whether you are in manufacturing or service, the fundamental requirement is having a customer. So for us to keep the customer, you have to satisfy, you have to delight the customer. So you can see our first batch, covering 7 different countries from Sri Lanka, Ghana, Bangladesh, Pakistan, Cambodia, Jordan, and Vietnam. And look at the industries we got the representation, like oil and gas, totally different industries, finance, coir products, gloves, textile, electronics, logistics, and warehouse, then the apparel. So it's a mix of service and manufacturing. So covering both industries. And in the feedback we got from the participant also, is everyone is happy about the program, and everyone gave that it's applicable. But I'm sure the level of application of some of the tools and concepts may be differ or vary depending on the service or the manufacturing industry you are in. As example, if I enter into a hotel, from the time you start your booking up until you depart from the hotel, how many touch points, how many employees of that hotel will interact with you, how many interaction points, where if any of the interaction, maybe you are moving to a gym or a swimming pool, if that particular individual is not managing your customer properly, then the overall rating will go down. So that's where the TQM is very important in terms of service industry. But when it comes to manufacturing, it's slightly different. Maybe the employees are not directly involved with the customer, but the product they manufacture across the value stream, for them to give this consistent, high quality product throughout, that's where you need the employee engagement across the board, not just quality department. Across the value stream, you need the involvement. So that's where the TQM is important and applicable for both industries. So moving on to the second question, as I said, in a nutshell, in a business, if you are talking about business growth, as I explained, doing the right thing, you need to identify what are the features of your product, what are the features of your service, which can help to delight your customer, which can help to satisfy the customer. Without knowing that, if you invest or keep on investing on some of the features of your product or service, you are just wasting your time. During our program, we will explain how to identify those features. You just keep on changing, and you should have a scientific approach to identify those. Once you get the business, is the execution phase. When you execute, you have to manage your resources and optimize your resources to minimize the cost. You can see your right hand side the slide. That's where, as I said, the profit is the main thing, where you need to improve your revenue by increasing the sales. For you to increase the sales, you need to increase number of pieces you produce through the productivity. That's where the quality failures comes to the play. When you have your quality failures, you can't achieve your productivity. So during our program, we will explain how to reduce your quality failures, so that you can improve your productivity. That's one aspect. Second thing is, when it comes to raw material cost, how to develop your suppliers, how to evaluate your supplier to reduce your raw material cost, so that you can increase your revenue. And the overhead also, which is the most important piece, the quality cost. The researchers says that, I think you will be surprised by, getting to know that these numbers, they are saying that if you Google it, you will get the same number. Across the industries, typically 20 to 30% of the sales value of the organization for quality. Unfortunately, the recorded number is maybe less than 3%, 4%, but the non-recorded, the opportunities with regard to quality failures, quality cost is more than 20. I particularly checked about the apparel. Apparel is roughly about 14% of your sales value. So that's mean many people, most of the organizations have given second priority. They will get to know that quality is important when they have a customer complaint. But when they, whoever who participate for this program, that's where any industry, any level of the people should participate so that they can manage their business well when they understand these concepts. So I think this is where this TQM is important for both the industries as well as the different categories of the organization. I think I answered your question, both the question was.
Yeah, Vimal, it's very interesting. And initially, I thought when I saw the name TQM, it's only about quality. But in a nutshell, what you say is, you by implementing TQM, you increase your revenue, increase your profit, and lower down your overheads. That's what we require for all the businesses. So in a nutshell, my understanding is that, Vimal, when you implement TQM, it's automatically that your business grows and your revenues grows up. Thank you very much, Vimal. And you explained that, what are the industries we can capture. Initially, even my misunderstanding was that this is very relevant to manufacturing. But you prove that it's not only manufacturing, in all the other service sectors also can be benefited through this. Thank you very much, Vimal, for highlighting this. And my dear friends, you can post your questions. And at the same time, and all the participants, if you want to join for this program, go to the chat box. There is a registration form. You can start filling that up. And if there's any questions arises, we are there to support you. And from the first batch, there were a lot of sentiments, and there are a lot of people giving their feedback. I actually jotted down a few things which were very interesting. Some said this is a comprehensive, practical knowledge sharing session related to total quality management. And some said this certification significantly improved his availability for the advancement of his career. And some said it's a mindset more than a system. And some also said, it provided simplified yet very powerful tools to highly cost-effective businesses. It's mainly touching the cost effectiveness. And some said this creates a quality mindset and also a quality culture. And it focuses on continuous improvement. It goes on, and one very correctly said, by establishing TQM practices in his organization, and they happen to increase the awareness and improve the culture overall. So those were the sentiments shared by the participants of the first batch. And my dear friends, again, just to remind you, this is the only online program conducted by Academy for Lean, where you can get a globally recognized certificate awarded from Canada. And it's starting on the 20th. And as I mentioned earlier, if you join now, you get this 50% discount. With that, we want to move on to another very important person. Rohan, you are there? Yes, Rohan.
Yeah, I'm here. I am here, Wazir. Yeah, I'm here.
Right. He is a very active person, though he is as old as us. but he has more than 27 years of experience in quality and lean management. He has worked in Vietnam, Cambodia, Madagascar, Thailand, Sri Lanka, all over the world in a nutshell. And he holds an MBA from UK. He is a Lean Six Sigma black belt and an ISO lead certified auditor. He has a lot of experience in training, working with teams, and more than the industry, he has experience in other areas as well. So Rohan brings wealth in terms of quality knowledge as well as experience working in teams. So Rohan, I also have two main points for you to highlight. One thing is, what is in it for an individual? If I join this program as a person, what can I gain through this? And at the same time, if I send one of my employees from my organization, what we can get, and for which category of professionals this is suitable. Can I send a manager, an executive, or a quality head of my company? Would who would get the most benefits from this program? So those are the two main areas you need to highlight in your session, Rohan. It's over to you.
All right. Thank you, Wazir and everyone here. So here you can see, I think, not only it's not specified for the people who are going to work in the process quality management or whatever. So these are the specify some of the areas you to understand, like the positions. You can see the last session also joined this kind of people, and we preferred whoever in the world this kind of a position would be great if you can join this TQM program. You can see the chief transformation officers, the quality directors who are especially working with should understand the TQM, and operation directors, especially directors should understand the operationally what need to be done to process and the people, and the lean and process excellence managers, general managers, and planning, because they should know that TQM, because they should know how shipment is going on time, or what are the failures happening in the production line, things like that. They should understand. So not only QA managers or quality directors, and general managers, manager like quality and technical, warehouse managers, even they should know what are the TQM, because as Darshan explained, TQM not only for quality, that everybody from sweeper to top level. So that's what you should understand this program, because with our experience, we are here to teach and coach you how to align with the TQM, the best practices, and also the head of finance. Yeah, you will surprise why finance team is joining. So they also should understand. So what's happening in the production flow or manufacturing flow of services, where is losses are happening. So they should understand financial impact to the business. And say, for example, how Vimal explained, like cost of quality. So nobody's evaluate that. So that finance, whoever joined this program, they will understand. So based on TQM best practices, how we're going to focus and how we're going to improve, what are the lapses in the process or the people. So finance is very important to join this kind of TQM program, and quality supervisors as well. And finally, lean assistants and executives as well suitable for this program. All right. And there are a lot of benefits. Whoever joined with us, actually, whoever, whatever the designation or whatever, so whoever, so then individually, the person can develop their skill. Of course, we are going to teach you how to solve the problem. I think Darshan explained FMEA tool. We are going to comprehensively, you can use that kind of a tool to, encounter your burning issues in the production flow before start the production or product or services. You can understand potential challenges you are going to face. We are going to develop, we are going to we are going to share our experience and the subject knowledge. How we're going to develop your skill and also improve work satisfaction. How we're going to do that, satisfy your the employees and engaging with you as the leaders. And we are going to share our experience and the subject knowledge and continuous learning, of course, and empowerment and ownership. How are you going to get the ownership? So even leaders are there in the world. So they are saying we are getting the ownership. They don't know how to get the ownership. We are going to teach you and coach how we are going to get the ownership. Then we are going to explain you techniques and best practices, how we are going to behave as a leader to get the ownership. And also as an individual, you can learn how you maintain better communication. So communication is the main factor for everything, everywhere, even the personal life. So you will understand when you go through this TQM program, a lot of areas to cover. Just you may say you might think like just a talking. No, there are a lot of ways to look at, like, based on TQM tool to build the culture with the proper communication matters. So you can learn as an individual, and not only individual, you can add more benefits and to your organization as well. So look at, like, my right hand side, higher quality products and services. Of course, when you look at the your process and the people, how they align with the process to add more value to the business. They while understanding process lapses, the waste kind of a thing, then they get the benefits for the organization. And also, as Vimal explained, like, how going to increase efficiency as well. So while improving waste, and you can add more value to the business through increasing efficiency. And also stronger customer loyalty. Of course, when your processes are running well and people disciplinedly, align with the process, and product quality is fine, and services, so then of course customer will consist for a long time, or for your lifetime. So the end of the day, customer is satisfied, your business will consist for sure, forever. And enhance people employee morale as well. So this TQM tool will teach you, and we are going to coach you how you're going to morale boost your employees while working, and the classroom session, or when whatever the problem they have, then how you resolve those kind of a crisis or the problem with the people, then you can morale up based on the TQM tool, when we are going to teach in the next 15 weeks. And competitive advantage, this is one of the organization benefits you can gain, because when you are running the business, as an established company, process, everybody going to talk about your process is running well, people labor turnover is very less, people are happy to come to your company. When you change the culture based on a TQM tool, then competitors are, there no be competition for you all to, sustain the business. And finally, improved reputation, of course, so that you can build your organization name to the next level. So everybody will understand when the customer comes, go and talk with others. Hey, go and see, there's a super company which, TQM and best practices, they follow, and cultures are super, they align with our business. They are gaining more, giving more benefits to us, and also sustaining the business, no product quality complaints or no customer complaints. And a lot of things are going to talk, then entire message goes to the entire world. Those are the individual and the organization you can gain, right, when you go follow the TQM program. So the TQM practitioner more suitable for, we recommend highly. So whoever joined today, we are welcome, and there will be more people, your friends, or other colleagues. Please tell them this is not only quality guys, as everybody's explained here. You can see here some of them are we specified. The business leaders, whoever leading the business, right? They should understand TQM tool, TQM the subjects, or TQM best practices. And also QA directors, of course, they are the people who are leading the quality subjects. They should know. So the whoever, I think, join today as a directors, yeah, you will understand. Even you have experience, you can replenish your knowledge. And senior managers and finance control, of course, I explained this finance control, why should they join this program. And head of operation, yes, and project managers, yeah, project managers should know where the problems are happening in the process. Then with that, once they understand the TQM, the best practices and TQM subject, they know where to focus on based on the project. And engineers, of course, and the group leaders, transformation leaders, as I explained in the previous slide. And finally, change agents. Okay, whoever in the business is going to work as a change agent, they should follow this program. Then we highly recommend. So whoever joined today, and whoever, about to join or going to join, please tell them these are the good benefit you can gain, not only the money factor, so you can replenish your knowledge, and as well as you can gain more knowledge with our experience. Because when you look at our three of our lectures, so experience around 100 almost years, you can gain from you had many questions. We are there to support you to uplift your business to the next level. All right, that's it from my end. I think I see Vasita, I covered your questions, So any further
Yes.
question you can ask even
Yes.
last. Yep. Right. Thank you very
Yes,
much.
Ron. Thank you very much. Thank you very
Right.
much. You covered everything. And one thing, the last point you have mentioned here, change agents. Yes.
Yep.
At present, all the businesses across the world need change agents. So I believe that your program will bring change agents to all the businesses across the world. And my dear friends, again, I'm reminding you to post your questions. There are already questions lined up at the chat box. You can post all your questions. At the same time, let me remind you that, if you want to join this program, you can download the registration form put up in the chat box, and you can fill it up. And please remember, this certification program is not just to give a certificate. It change you from the current point or position to the next position. You would definitely become a change agent. So with that, let me remind you again, this is the only online program will be starting on the 20th of November. Please jot down the date. With that, as I mentioned earlier, you get a 50% bonus if you register through Academy for Lean. And my dear friends, just fill the form. If there is any problem, we are there to support. Darshana, you are there?
Yeah. Yes.
Yes, Darshana, it's the time, Darshana, Vimal, or Rohan, it's time for us to move on to the questions and discussions. If there is any point to clear out, you can.
Yeah, I think, Vasil, let
Yes.
me get the first question. I think there is a question: is it substitute of Lean Six Sigma Green Belt from Nasmol? To answer to that question is not the substitute for Green Belt of Six Sigma. Is two different approaches. So basically, when it comes to Six Sigma, particularly in whether we are talking about Green Belt or a Black Belt, it's a certification process. There we basically Six Sigma is more towards, yes, again, we are talking about quality improvements through a different approach. Basically, addressing the variations to how to get the product consistency. That approach is basically gain a more scientific way. But TQM is also, talking about the quality, where how to get the people involved. Of course, the value stream is a cultural piece. We are talking about, how to change the management, how to change the quality approach, quality management system, while engaging the people across the value stream. So two different approaches, but ultimate goals may be similar. If somebody asks, whether if you have the Six Sigma Green Belt, do we really want a TQM? Yes, it will add a lot of value. It's a two different qualifications. So you can't, say that, since I have the Lean Six Sigma Green Belt, I don't want TQM certificate. No, it's not the case. It's two different qualification again. So my recommendation is, if you are a green belt already, go for the TQM as well. So it will add a lot of value to your profile. Thank you.
Thank you very much. It's very clear, Vimal. It's very clear. Those are two different programs, and it's better to have both because it adds a lot of value to your life. And is there anything else, Darshan or Rohan, you want to mention?
Yes, Vasil, there's another question asked from Aruna has asked another question. As I mentioned, there are assignments. We call them very simply called the homework. So actually, homeworks mean there are assignments are there. 4 assignments are there, not for all the subjects, right? So you will be with us for 14 days. 14 days, 5 modules, but you are not getting homework or the assignments for every subject. So there are only 4 assignments are there, right? 14 days, only 4 assignments, and finally you have a final examination, as I mentioned. So not every week, yeah, we have classes on every week Thursday, but assignments only 4 assignments, right? I think I gave the full answer for Mr. Aruna's question.
Yes, it's a good explanation. Even I had a doubt, Darshana. I'm very poor in time management. Even my current job role, I take a lot of things home and do homework as well, and getting blamed from my family. So if I join this, do you think that I can manage?
Yeah, yes, of course. Why? The program has designed by OBEI, I mean the Canadian. So this program is designed for professionals, not for the school leavers, so not for the just pass the university students. So they understand how the professional people life. So they need to
Okay.
work at office, they have some busy schedule in the work, and weekends they need to be work with the family. So work-life balance should be there. So based on that understanding of the professional life, the OBI, that means the Canada, this Ontario Business Excellence Incorporation has designed this program.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
anyone is there, yes, you can do it because the way they design the program is suited for any professionals. So you can manage your what you call time, don't worry.
Okay, that's good. That's good. So that means you have planned it in a way that everyone can join, even if they are very busy, so that you can get into the program and learn. And is there anything else that
Yeah,
we need to
yes,
highlight here?
another very good question is there, right? So actually we don't know the name, but it says the phone Samsung that's the phone. So gentlemen, I think Vimal has wonderful experience of using this tool for around 25 to 30 years as a divisional lean head. So Vimal, I think you can give a wonderful answer for this his question. So call the correct frame from Samsung. Okay, so
Yeah, hold on.
yeah, sorry,
Okay.
sorry, Mr.
Okay.
You got the point, no?
Yeah, I got the point. Yeah. So basically, thanks for asking that question. It's a very good question. Basically, success. How you measure the success. So I think so. We'll start with that. One of the part of the question is, can you point to a real local success story? When you say the success story, how to measure the success. There are many ways. There are many people. As example, in Sri Lanka, one of the example I can quote is basically the application of TQM practices, some of the tools, some of the concepts, particularly in my previous workplace, which is MAS, where we apply. As example, I will give success stories in one example, not as a whole. Sometimes we had a lot of at one time we had a lot of complaints with regard to one particular customer. When you really look at, we had quality gates, we had an inline quality check-in, equal check-in, but at the end of the day, we are getting customer complaints as well. So some of the quality failures highlighted at the customer end. We are talking about delighting the customer. One point, maybe I'm talking about maybe 15 years back. So we had customer complaint with regard to one particular customer. When we analyze, what we realize is our quality gates are not solid. Even though you have 100% check-in, our quality gates are not solid. So then what we did was we applied some of the tools, what we learned through the TQM also. Right? Then we calibrate our people and then educate the people, get the people involvement, explain about the whole concepts, not only the TQM, even the FME, failure mode defect analysis, how to identify the risks, how to identify your critical ones, how to error proof. Some of the defects are repeating. Then we went to the root cause analysis, we identify the root causes, and then we error proof some of the reasons. There we eliminate the failures. And at the end of the day, we managed to avoid 100% those failures, and and then end of the day we managed to continuously maintain our high goal rating for last couple of years continuously as a result of those initiatives. So those are some of the success stories. And one of the fundamental mistake I think I explained previously also, since you don't see the impact of quality success stories, because up until you get the failures, nobody will understand the success of the implementation, because nobody will notice, because you don't have any customer complaint. Then people think that nothing is happening because you can't see the impact. But whenever, if the people are getting a lot of complaints, if the customers are leaving, so then only you will realize the importance of the quality. So that's why I'm saying it's very difficult to measure the success. But what I know is without having your total quality management system, getting the people involved across the board, you will not be able to minimize the customer satisfaction as well as the reduce your quality cost. For you to win the business, to reduce your quality cost and improve your productivity. I hope I answered in a short time. If you are joining during the program, probably I can explain better with the available time.
Yeah.
Thank
I think it's a very good explanation, Vimal, your personal experience as well. At the same time, when the quality is right, it is not visible. It goes on. And if the quality is not right, you see that with a huge cost of failure. And that's the answer or the point you mentioned here. And very good, Vimal. It's a broad explanation. And is there anything else that we need to highlight here?
There's another question came from actually the same question from Mr. Aruna, Ravi, and Mr. Sampath. So they ask whether we provide the recordings and documentation books. So I will give the answer. So thank you very much, all three gentlemen, for asking this question. Actually, this program, so at the end of every class, so every Thursday we have a class, 2-hour class that in Sri Lankan time is 8 to 10 we have this class, right? So end of the class, the next day we will provide you the recording of the class. Let's say if you miss any class, don't worry. You can have the video recording, so you can follow the recording until the exam. You have a full access of going through the class recording. So that is one thing. And the other thing is, as Mr. Sampath asked, is there any document? Yes, of course. We will provide you every lecture. We will provide you interactive handbooks. So that means, so end of this course, you will get around 100-page full document. That means the full course content you will get. So that means you have all the things we discuss. We do the assignments, we do the analyze, we do some calculation, everything in a one big book. It's called the comprehensive documentation, comprehensive book. So that is another way you can get, or let's say if you absent the class, you can refer the handout. If you absent the class, you can refer the recording also. So that recording lifetime you can access, because we give this access for you only. It is not published. Only who are joining the class, they can access these recordings throughout their life. So that we have given. So that is the answer for Mr. Aruna, Ravi, and Sampath. Don't worry. Apart from that, Vasir, if anyone has any question, so as last batch, even we do the class on Thursday, but another 6 days we are available. You can post your question, or you can call, you can have another additional session with us, because why? You will be moving to the separate WhatsApp group, not the normal WhatsApp group. So in there, only the participants and 3 of the lecturers are there. So you can discuss anything there. And another question,
Darshana,
Viraj also. Yes,
Darshana,
please.
sorry, Darshana, give me 1 minute because a valid question asked. Let me quickly add how going to solve that problem. So the Samsung, I don't know what the name is. The very valid question
His
asking.
name is Damit.
Oh, Damit.
Yeah.
Right, saying you that the answer is, so short answer is, we will teach you how to change the culture based on TQM best practice. And to change the culture, the behavior has to change, right? So then we will teach you and coach you how to change the people behavior through the change management and communication factor. And then to change the people behavior, there should be a strong system and best practice. Then we teach you and we share our experience, how we're going to make a system. And that's an explain, like, there'll be a process evaluation form, the tool, you to understand all the gaps, even people to process to product to environment to and customer to supplier to everywhere. Then you understand the gap, then you can improve based on our the subject knowledge and the practical experience. Of course, there will be a good answer for this question end of the session. You can understand that. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Rohan. It's a very good
Thank
explanation.
you.
And
So then-
Darshana, say for instance, if anyone can't make their mind today, now say for instance, I couldn't figure out whether I need to join for this program immediately. I have few more questions, the time to come. Before the 20th, if there is any question, is it okay for anyone to contact any one of you?
Yeah, of course, because we are in a WhatsApp group, you can, our hotline is there. +94 754 558 558. That is our hotline. So you can just just WhatsApp a message. So we will be support you to clarify this message. And yeah, that is the number you can see. And another question is there. I will, before conclude, we need to answer all the questions. So it says, how is the payments and installment possible? Yes, the payment installment, as you said, because very simply because we are developing countries, that is why they have given us the 50% discounts. Those who do this program with Academy for Lean, and that is 450 plus. You can do the payments in 3 installments. That is another, that means 150 USD to USD. You can pay in 3 installment. Before joining the first day class, you can do the first one. Then after that, you have 4 months. You can do at any time before the exam. That is how the OBI has. They will communicate with you. They advise you also. And another e-certificate. Yes, Mr. Dinesh, you will be get the e-certificate at the program that's directly from OBI. That means we are not certified saying any certificates, directly come to your address. At the end of the course, we will get your names and right email verification. Then certificate come to you and the function audit organization. Yeah. And there's another thing. So audit, we will give you the audit tool prior to the last days. Then you can do the audit in your organization by yourself. And if you have any query, you can solve this problem while having the organization, while having the classes. Before end of the classes we can do. And another good thing, Vimal. So as I like that question, no? So culture part, Mr. Dinesh asked again the culture part, how we tackle the what you call the environment, the management and operations. So is there any the pillar for the people? So he has the program train people to actually lead and sustain TQM. So what is your answer for that? It's a good question from Mr. David. The culture part.
Yeah, let me find the question first. You are saying which question, Darshana?
Yes, QM sound good in theory, but program will face human side of resistance, so that the change management and people pillar.
Okay.
So
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So obviously, not only for implementing TQM, even implementing lean or any change, the first thing is the resistance, that's part of the change management. So during our program, we have a separate a program, in the module or subject for change management. So where we will discuss, how to manage these phases, So that's the part of the game, So it's not the abnormal thing; it's just a normal thing, People any change, people will resist, So there are some techniques, there are some approaches we need to change. Of course, I think you mentioned, the leadership is very, very critical. If the leadership is not believing on this, if we can't, you as a change, and if you can't change, convince your leadership, I think that's the primary requirement. Without convincing the leadership, even though you want to change the whole thing, you will not be able to do that. Primary requirement is your leadership buy-in. You have to get your leadership. You have to convince leadership and get their buy-in. Then only you can go to the next level. I think the hardest part is not the rest of the organization. Is the first hurdle is the leadership. Once you get that piece, it's easy compared to the leadership change. It's easy to change the rest of the people. So let's discuss. During the program we can have a different discussions also. So this is the answer. For change management and change in the culture.
Thank you, Vimal. I think we have covered everything by now, and we have spent almost 1 hour and 3 minutes. And my dear friends, if I summarize, this is going to be the only online certification program available for TQM, and the certificate is awarded by a well-known company in Canada, and the program is conducted by Academy for Lean in Sri Lanka. And starting on the 20th November, and it happens every Thursday at 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. Sri Lanka time for 14 weeks. And there are easy payment schemes available, so you can speak to this team and arrange your payment to pay in installments. And all the recordings and the notes are provided after every session, so no need to worry. Even if you miss any class by being busy with any other your day-to-day routine, you can get the recording and the notes. And at the same time, they very humbly said that they can be reached at any time via another WhatsApp group, and they are very loyal to give a 50% discount for the people in this region. And Darshana highlighted that considering that we all are in the developing countries, and we have a lot of difficulties in finance. At the same time, we need to get into this. We need to get to the next level to compete with the world players. And we are there. And thank you very much, Rohan, Vimal, Darshana, for highlighting all of this and giving your valuable time and educating all of us. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, all the participants, all your valued questions. And please keep these numbers remembered, and you have been joined to a WhatsApp group. If you have any questions, you feel free to post your questions and be clear about the program before you joining. And I wish you all the very best for all the participants, and enjoy the sessions in the future. And let's meet again in a program like this. All the very best. Good night.